It's a Tiny Gamer, and let's play some more Final Fantasy XIV with Khelda. Alright. It is the Rising event, and it's going to be in Limpsa. So let's see. Yeah, I have enough. Let's do it. Okay. Oh, there's so many people. Let's go this way. And just to let you know, this event takes about an hour. Like a little over an hour. A little over or around an hour. So. Ooh, a little red carbuncle. Rising to the call. The wandering minstrel seeks an adventurer both willing and able to help put the finishing touches to this year's Rising celebration. This quest is available for a limited time only. Of all the coincidences, you would hardly believe it, but I was just this very moment reminiscing of the time you lent me your strength a 12-month past. You see, I again find myself in pressing need of an adventurer's aid, just as I did last Rising. Oh, if only Khelda were here, I thought to myself, and here you are. Well then, what do you say? Shall we clasp arms once more? My thanks. The matter is this. I have been approached by a lady named Yo-Yo. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can find out how to actually say her name. Let's see. How do you say okay, let's see. Oop. Ayoyo. That's what I thought. Okay. Here I was worried that I was saying it wrong all this time. Alright. Who wishes to imprint her own inimitable mark upon the skies above Limpsa. I speak, of course, of the fireworks that illuminate the rising nights. Learning of my contribution to previous year's festivities, she has enlisted me to her cause. We already have the ear of the organizing committee. However, Lady Ayoyo has expressed a strong desire to consult with the storied adventurer before finalizing her proposal. Come to the Yellow Jackets guardhouse at the base of the Coral Tower, and I will introduce you. Okay. All right. Marauders Guild. Okay. Go inside. And this time we go down. So I just had to make sure I really was recording. All right. Lady Arroyo. One storied adventure as promised. Blessings of the 12 upon ye. My name is Arroyo, Canyoneer First Class with the Yellow Jackets. It's an honor to have ye on board. Did I mention that it is the Yellow Jackets who are in charge of this year's festivities? Not only in decorating of these fair Lominsan streets, but in designing and constructing the fireworks that brighten the skies above them. Lady Arroyo here is quite the savant in all matters of incendiary and explosive, and so it has fallen to her to formulate a plan for the display's crowning glory. Me and the other lads and lasses of the Canyoneers whipped up a load o' louvery, little drakes, snakes, and devils for the Moonfire Fair, but more o' the same ain't gonna cut it for the rising. 'Cause it's all about remembering those we lost in the calamity, ain't it? Them and theirs deserve something a mite spectacular than a bunch of old bangers. An admirable sentiment, I'm sure. It would not do for our ode. It would not do for our ode to such poignant memories to be aught less than memorable. Let us make this year's rising one of the citizens of this fair realm one that the citizens of this fair realm will not soon forget. Took the words right out of me mouth, dearie. Thing is, having hardly set foot out of Lominsa in all me days, I don't reckon I'm best placed to know what's going through the minds of the citizens of this fair realm. And so you would pick an adventurer's brains, one who has journeyed far and wide across the land we love, and know it and its people intimately. Yet before we call upon your particular wisdom, mayhap it would behoove us to seek out a wider range of opinions. Many and more look to the skies come rising night, and the thoughts that run through their minds are no doubt as diverse. Let us learn them. Sounds like a plan. Mind if I join you, dearie? Could do with some learning some of these thoughts myself. Right then. Where's best to start asking around? Someplace a lot of outsiders gather, I reckon. How about we meet in the Atherite Plaza down in the lower decks? While you two are so engaged, allow me to continue our discussions with the organizing committee. I shall await you by the after castle. Okay. All right. Hope everybody is doing all right. I'm still got the shoulder thing going on by the time you're watching this. Well, as the time of this recording, I should say. Hopefully it's all taken care of or a plan in action is in place to help ease my pain by the time you are watching this. Okay. Oh, you were. There we are. You see them lights down Ocker's Alley, dearie? Decorations for the festival they are. Every year, when the streets are all decked out for the rising, me art fills with, well, all kinds of feelings. Sorrow, pride, regret. But enough about me. We came here to find out how the other folks feel about it. Let's split up, head down the alley, and ask a few likely-looking customers each. We're on a schedule here, so don't go asking every single soul you see. 4 or 5 should do ye. I'll meet ye down by the ferry docks when you're done. Are they about to play? No, they're just standing there. Okay. Welcome, welcome. What may I interest you in this fine evening? Ah, information, is it? Well, if you really must know, the whizzing and banging that fills the air in this season always takes me back to the time just before the calamity struck. A great festival was held to celebrate the reformation of the grand companies. People in the streets were hooting and hollering and setting off fire spouts, and all the ships in the bay, now bedecked in maelstrom colors, let loose their cannons. It seems so foolish now, knowing what would soon to befall us, but all that noise served a purpose nonetheless, drowning out the fear that ever whispered in our ears. It is my firm belief that the rising fireworks serve the same purpose even now. They present a vision of loveliness, of togetherness, that we might forget our fears and be given hope for a brighter future. Okay. The streets are full of life, the sky is full of fire, and the westerly winds fill in our seafarer sails as it does our arts. Ah, I couldn't have picked a better time to come home. You're a sailor too, are you? Helping with the fireworks, you say? Good on ye, lass. Aye, I have a few memories of back then, if you've an ear to hear 'em. I'm a merchant seaman, you see, always sailing hither and thither across the waves. Was just back from a trip to Raz at hand when the calamity struck. Everyone was looking up to the sky and that lonesome lantern that hung low in it. Like most folk, I don't remember much of what happened in the days before or after it fell, but I'll never forget those faces. And that's what I love so much about the fireworks. You see the same faces looking up, but this time with a smile. Reminds ye not only of the bad times, but how we got over them. Okay. Can you see them too, my love? You're involved with the fireworks, and you want to know what I think of them? Well, just now, I was wondering if they can be seen from far out in the offing. Do you know? I see. The reason I ask is that my husband is out there now. He meant to be back by rising night, but it seems the tide didn't turn in his favor. He was so looking forward to the fireworks. I do hope that he can see them from where he is, that we can share them together, no matter how far apart we might be. That is my only request to you, that you make the finale as bright and boisterous as you can, that all those who cannot be together this rising might still share in its message. Okay. All right there. Anything I can do for you? You're asking for people's thoughts on the rising fireworks? Heh, you adventurers don't have pick up some odd jobs. Well, I'm like most people, I suppose. I think of those I lost. My parents most of all. I wonder if they're watching too. Swim up from the bottom of the ethereal sea to see what all the crashing and banging's about. It's complicated, I suppose. I feel sad they're gone, but I'm happy I'm not. And grateful to Baderon for saving me and so many others. If they are watching, I hope they can see me too. See that I'm doing alright for myself. That they might sleep soundly for another 12 months. Okay. Do, 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 do. Sorry to keep you waiting, dearie. So what did you find out? Same here. Was half expecting them to just like looking at the pretty lights, but it seems the feelings run a lot deeper than that. The memories of the calamity still sit heavy on their hearts, but the rising fireworks go some way to lifting that weight. So any ideas for the grand display? What kind of thing do you reckon help lift those spirits the most? I'm going to say again, something that gives people hope for the future. Hope for the future, eh? That ain't a bad idea. Reminding folks that however dark the night, dawn is just around the corner. The rising ain't just about mourning those we lost after all. It's about remembering the struggles of those who survived to steer us to a brighter future. Aye, that's it. That's what Limsa needs this rising. Ships, cannons, a departure salute, not just for the fallen, but for those setting sail for unknown shores. A vision of the past and the future. An old bleeding armada filling Galadian Bay, lighting up the very heavens. Who wouldn't want to watch that? That settles it then. Ah, the minstrel's gonna love it. He said he'd be up by the after castle, right? I'll see you there. Okay. Our intrepid adventurer returns, and positively bursting with inspiration, I take it. I see. A traditional seafaring salute, not only to the memories of the fallen, but to the future fortune of those who follow in their wake. A most fitting proposal, I'm sure. Thanks the both of ye. But our work ain't done yet. There's a lot needs sorting out before we can put this idea into action. So much to do, so little time. If you wouldn't mind helping us a little longer, dearie, I'd be forever in your debt. Let me know when you've got your loins good and girded. Okay. We who are about to set sail salute you. Ayoyo asks for your continued assistance in seeing her plan for the rising fireworks realized. This quest is available for a limited time only. Right then, let's get started, shall we, dearie? The plan is we're going to line up an old fleet of ships across the bay and have them fire a broadside into the sky. But before we go about finding our fleet, we need to get the plan approved by the organizing committee, and that means convincing Commodore Rayner. I'll take the lead, but I ain't exactly got the soberest tongue, nor much experience nobbing with the higher-ups. If you two see me struggling, put in a word, won't you? Of course, milady. Your cause is ours. Thank you, me dears. Together then, to the Coral Tower. Okay. I'm yawning. Ugh. Last I had the privilege of meeting with the Commodore was around the time of the calamity. I had been arrested for conspiracy to incite rebellion. Naturally, it was all a misunderstanding. Some other scurrilous soul had been singing songs of sedation. If not for Rayner and his relentless pursuit of the truth, I might still be lingering in the brig. He is a shrewd investigator who will brook no evocation. Shall we then? Wanting to make the rising display special, I can fathom, but the sheer scale of this proposal is beyond anything I imagined. Ayoyo, need I remind you that the first duty of the Yellow Jackets is the keeping of the peace? Filling the bay with ships will not only disturb the daily workings of the harbor, but it is sure to foment agitation among the commons. Knowing this, do you still mean to persevere with this outlandish plan? I do, Commander. Every Luminescent's art, every Eorzean's art, still bears the scars of the calamity. All that loss, that hardship, that struggle, it cut deep. But the rising ain't just about looking to the past. It's about looking to the future, too. And if it's our duty to watch over folk, keep 'em on the straight and narrow, I reckon it's our duty to see 'em off to another year's journey, too. Well put. I accept your intentions are pure, but what of the logistics? I trust you have a plan as to who exactly will be providing and paying for this fleet of yours? Yes, Commander. We're going to petition the Maelstrom for the flagship, and the rest from, the Black Sails. Of course. One is wont to forget that those buccaneering souls remain bound to serve the Maelstrom in times of necessity. Lady Ayoyo wouldn't have us parley with the three great pirate captains and remind them of their civic duty, it seems. Aye, that's right. The pirates answered the Admiral's call back when the moon was fallen, fought and died at Cartano, same as the rest of us. When they hear about our plan to salute all those who fell and all those who didn't, I don't doubt they'll answer the call again. I wish you all the luck in the world in recruiting those rogues to your cause. You shall need it. Very well then, allow me to arrange the parley. Should you succeed in this feat, you may consider all my remaining doubts answered. I bid you remember that you go to speak with pirates, lawless marauders all. Pray that you do not say aught to offend them, lest we find ourselves with a mutiny on our hands. I shall have the Maelstrom summon the leaders of the 3 factions to the anchor yard. Pray go there and complete your preparations. She's so determined, it's cute. Cheers for sticking with me, you two. I hope I can count on your support in the next set of negotiations and all. Of course, my lady. Alas, I fear the captains, those far-famed scourges of the seas, will prove rather less biddable partners than Commodore Rayner did. While Rosewind of the Sanguine Sirens may be swayed by emotion, Parvalian of the Kraken Arms is of a much more mercenary mind. The executioners, meanwhile, value honor and glory above all else. If there is aught that unites them, it is a zealous spirit. Let us argue with passion that we may inflame theirs. If it's passion you're after, I've got that in bleeding bucket loads. But I might need you two to jump in again. Haste Me Tongue decides to tie itself in an affitch. Just say the first thing that comes to your heads, and I'll pick it up after. Come then, dearies. Let's head over to the anchor yard and get this parlay started. I want to say party. Okay. Seeing if I can do it by myself without the map. This way. Thanks for coming. The reason we asked you here is... Aye, the Maelstrom summons laid it out for us loud and clear. You want us to help with the rising fireworks. And the answer is no. When my sirens fire a broadside, it's to send our enemies to the bottom of the briny. Not to paint pretty pictures in the sky for drylanders to gawp at. We've better things to be doing with our time. 'Tis a rare occurrence to be sure, but I find my opinion aligns with Rosewind's. Our time is precious, as I'm sure is yours. Let us hasten to draw these discussions to a close. I shall put it bluntly, I see no profit in this endeavor for myself and my men. So unless there is anything else... Oh, I want to be sassy. Oh, God. What if... Ooh. I'm going to say no profit. How sad that the great villain should lose his nose for coin. I did not come here to be insulted. If you know of a method by which the Krakens might stand to gain from this that I do not, then state it, or else hold your tongue. Or better yet, allow me to hold it for you. Uh-oh. The sheer scale of the spectacle we propose would no doubt draw all the lords and ladies of the realm to gather in the city. Personages of high renown and deep pockets. Aye. And if they saw your lot working and in and with the maelstrom, it'd do wonders for your public image. Folks who normally wouldn't touch a pirate with a barge pole would be queuing up to do business with ye. I do believe you have a point, poorly phrased though it might be. To win legitimate business, one must project the image of a legitimate businessman. Can I be sassy and they still go to the same conclusion? Sod your image, and sod anyone who's too lily-livered to trade with us. They can stick their barge poles up their backsides. What's in it for the sirens? I'm going to say, don't you want to bring joy to the masses? Look, I enjoy fireworks as much as anyone. I just don't see why it's got to be us that puts them on. We're pirates, not volley villains. The sanguine sirens aren't all about the pirating life, though, are ye? You run almshouses for the sick and injured, and those with child. Keep themselves busy with odd jobs such as come their way. Them's your hunters and the folks who are drawn to the city to see the grand display your quarry. Aye, I see where you're going with this. Get the girls to set up stalls selling food and grog and the like, and they be making a killing, proving they add all their right permits from the Yellow Jackets. You're a shrewd one, you. Maybe I could lend them and myself. They do say the best way to a man's heart is to stomach. His smile. What of the executioners? There's no dishonor in linking arms with Admiral Merriweb and the Maelstrom, surely. You Yellow Jackets, I want you to tell me one thing and tell it true. This is Limsa Lamensa, the greatest port in all the realm. Ye could find this fleet of yours without our help. Yet you've come here begging for it? Why? Because I reckon you're the ones who need the rising most. The black sails only came together 'cause of Cartno. Ye could have upped anchor and sailed off into the sunset, but no, ye fought like demons on those cursed flats, made heroes of yourselves and martyrs. The way I see it, it is only right that those that lost the most when they stood to gain the least should be the ones to fire the salute to the departed. And a salute to the departing, too. The calamity changed the lives of you pirates more than anyone. If anyone should be celebrating new beginnings, it's those whose new beginnings already begun. So it's all for our own good, is it? I'm headed back to the Cilia. Send word when you've hammered out the details of this display of yours. We'll see what we can do. Aye, aye, Captain. Can't rightly say no to you now, can I? We lost a lot of good people back in Cartano. Let's send them off with a bloody great bang. I will join you on one condition, that in your remembrance, or in your reminiscence of trauma past, you do not make a shameful spectacle of yourself. Pray do not force me to restrain you again. I never forced you to do nothing. You'll keep your hands off me if you want to keep them, you randy bastard. And she runs off. Quite the fragile flower, isn't she? Well then, I bid you adieu. My ships will not ready themselves. Oh, that's right. On Costa del Sol, where she was like spying on him. That's right. I'd forgotten that when I played through this with Izuna. And breathe. Gods, I was so nervous I could hardly speak. Thanks so much for chipping in when you did. Could have never gotten them on our side without you. Right then. Time to put the finishing touches to this plan of mine. It's going to be wonderful. I just know it. Oh, and about your reward. I've given it to the minstrel. You can grab it from him. To new beginnings, lass. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. You did a great service, my friend, both for Lady Ayoyo and for those who love the Rising, myself included. For that I shall be ever grateful. I expect it shall be some hours before preparations for the grand finale are complete. Mayhap we could wait together. Yes. While we wait, would you care to hear a verse that has lately come to me? It is a song of celebration, of encouragement for all those who sail for unknown shores. Pray, lend me your ears. Greetings, warrior of light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. It is a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. The road we have walked has been long and winding, full of perils and pitfalls, but we have enjoyed every step in your company. We hope that you feel the same about this last great leap. With every adventure we undertake, the longer the legacy we leave behind us. Yet a lengthy history need not mean a foreshortened future. Many adventures yet wait. We shall continue to chart a course into the great unknown, one that takes in all the diverse wonders this wide world has to offer, that your legacy might grow ever greater. To be certain, it would be a less trying task to sleepwalk ever onward down the same well-furrowed path, yet to venture down paths untrodden, believing in the bright and glorious future that lies beyond them, is by far the more rewarding. This is the gift that we wish to deliver unto you, the gift of adventure. And we pray with all our hearts that you will continue to walk with us. We thank you for joining us on this journey, heretofore and hereafter. Now the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. One cannot know what fills the hearts and minds of those who look to the sky this rising night. Perhaps you and I will see very different images in those explosions of light and color. But one thing I know for certain, that right here, right now, we look to the same sky. And though the paths that lay ahead of us may lead in very different directions, sometime, someplace, they shall cross again. It is almost time for the display to begin, a consummation not only of our labors, but of the thoughts and prayers of the people of this fair city, a salute for the departed and for those who set sail into unknown waters. Many adventurers yet await you, my friend. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. From eastern sea to eastern sky, the sacred sun ascends, and voices stir, a wind of waves, of rope, of sails, of friends, who, like the golden light of dawn that streams across the sea, set sunlit sail for foreign lands. May fortune follow thee. Her journey done, so sinks the sun below the western waves, and memories stir of friends of yore asleep in watery graves. Let not our voices raised in song disturb your endless sleep, but join us in our chorus, and you dream among the deep. An excerpt from an ancient mariner's song, a prayer for the safe return of those who sail o'er the far horizon, and for the peace of those who sleep beneath those same eternal waves. It concludes with a wish that the voices of those whose spirits are stirred in anticipation of new adventure reach the ears of those whose adventures ended too soon, that they might be united as one, a fitting sentiment for the rising, methinks. And so I offer you my own heartfelt wish that even should your adventures carry you beyond the far-flung horizon of this wide world, we should meet once more in a 12 months' time and look up to the same sky together. Yay! Okay. Talk about unlocking the toy chest. Additionally, certain noble personages have been seen to frequent the anchor yard this rising. Do the same and you may be greeted with an unexpected encounter. Okay. For Leban's sake. Okay, that's the achievement I just unlocked. A soft westerly wind blows across the anchor yard. Enjoy the sea breeze a while, yes. You hear footsteps approaching. You turn and see the proprietor of the Drowning Winch. If it ain't me old pal Khelda, ere to beg the old bird for guidance too, are you? Sid Hodgeby. I butchered that character's name so much, I'm so sorry. Said you add an and in this year's fireworks, and not a bad job you made of them neither. You mean you met her down in Hawker's Alley? I sent her to pick up some stock for the winch. But you know what she brought me back? Only a bottle of bleeding Bacchus. I don't know how to say that either. Can I see how to say that? Let's see. How do you say Bacchus in English? Okay.
Bacchus.
Bacchus. Okay. That makes sense. Paid for it out of her own pocket, she did, to thank me again for saving her life. Don't know why she's so hung up about it. The girl paid me back 100 times over with all her hard work over the years. Felt a bit bad accepting it, like, but well, a bottle of Bacchus is a bottle of Bacchus. Reckon it's you we should be thanking anyway, for that marvelous display. All the ships in the harbor, the fire in the sky, it brought back a lot of memories. Some good, some bad, but every one of them well worth remembering. And we ain't done making 'em yet. You'll be off on your next adventure soon enough, I wager. Well, you can't rightly be striding out on an empty stomach now, can you? Come up to the wench and we'll fill your belly. Okay. You're baked lasagna and your tag is Kermit. Okay. Okay. Let's do the head chef of the Bismarck. Well. I come to feel ill. How do you say Lim Lane? Okay. Okay, I found a website. I need to bookmark this. Explorer's Guide of Eorzea Wiki Fandom. Okay, so that's pronounced Lim Lane. Is one of the 12 and the matron deity of the thalassocracy of Limsa. Okay. Breath on me face, only to find the faithless Balsam whispering in the ear of another. Hold on, you're that adventurer a yo-yo told me about, ain't ye? Yep. I hear we've got you to thank for the rising display. A yo-yo has been singing your praises from Fisherman's Bottom to the Coral Tower. What? Surprised to know her? Limsa's a small place, lass. Hardly a day goes by I don't see a yellow jacket or several in the Bismarck. Whether it's to sup on the finest food and wine this side, of the sea, or to clap the irons on those who tap the casks a touch too thirstily. Suppose an adventurer like you might have noticed, always coming and going as ye are, but stick around in the city for a while, and you'll see. The jackets ain't just axes for ire. Their true friends are the comic book. A yo-yo was a retainer before the calamity struck, you know. Her master had a thing for fireworks. Every day they came back from their wanderings. They load her down with an underweight of spouts and spinners they'd picked up from God knows where. Day and night you see her down in the market ward, beaming that sunny smile of hers at every passer-by, trying her damnedest to flog the stuff. Enjoyed the work, I reckon, but the Dalamud fell, and she lost her master, literally lost him. The way she tells it, it were as if the calamity burned a hole in her memory, and they fell straight through. Couldn't remember their face nor their name. But she never forgot the fireworks. The amount of gunpowder that went through her hands over the years, she couldn't help learning a bit about making those things go bang. An apprenticeship with the Canyoneers later, and she was a yellow jacket. So when I heard they were the ones who'd be put in charge of the rising display, I knew she'd be first to volunteer. The rising, the fireworks, they mean a lot to her. As a friend, they mean a lot to me, so thank you. Okay. And last one. His tag was Stab. Admiral herself. Best one. Best girl. Khelda, this is a coincidence. Rainer was just telling me of the role you played in putting the display together. I'm sure all those who gathered in my city to witness it were as moved as I. A salute to all those who set sail for new adventures. It shall surely resound in their hearts and give them strength and courage in the year to come. And a salute to the fallen too, was it not? Many and more lost their lives on the fields of Cartano, the men and women of the Black Sails, chief among them. I thank you for giving those who survived them this chance to put their grief to more productive ends. I thank you for giving the celebrations an unmistakable touch of salt, too. This year's rising was not merely in Limsa, but of her. I look forward to seeing how future host cities follow our example. But for now, let us focus on the present. I'm sure I have kept you from your business for far too long already, and I must return to mine. I must offer my prayer, to Lim Lane and be on my way. Fare you well. I wish you safe voyages for the years to come. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Year, not years. Okay, I'm going to move out of the way so that other people can touch that little spot right there. Actually, I'm going to duck in here. Okay. And then I'm going to open my inventory. And okay, now I have a cute little minion. Brushed Up Cryo. On the occasion of the anniversary of Bjor's rebirth, the Adventurers Guild commissioned a new Mamet, designed in Cryo's likeness, with the hood of her Pictomancer's attire drawn back to reveal her precious earrings. She exudes a spirit of adventure and discovery. Let's see. Oh, she looks so cute. Okay. So, I think this is a good spot for me to take a little break. And then when I return, I'll continue with some... It looks like I'm going to speak with Neurexia. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright. I'll be back. Alright, let's continue. Speak with Neurexia. Where do I go? Oh, Horizon. Okay. Yes. I have enough. I can do it. Oh my god. I thought I wasn't recording for a second and I freaked myself out. No, I'm good. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not doing good right now. Can you tell? Big goobo. Wait, isn't Neurexia at the hideouts? I teleport and waste some money. I could have just teleported here. I teleported and wasted money. Oh, she's over there. Okay. Walking one to investigate sinister one, then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with the walking one in the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a digging one named Medrod had an encounter with a scary masked one. The masked one is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One, Medrod. Digging One is to be found at Fallgord Float in the North Shroud. Okay. Let's see where this person is. I had to take a drink. Okay. So now we're going to go to Unattuned. Redania. Okay, let's go to Olda, and then I'll use a airship because I don't want to spend that much. That's why it's like if you have a ticket. Yep, All Saints Wake is going on. It's always in Gridania, though. It'd be interesting to see how other cities handled it. Yes, let me go to Gridania. Okay. Give me 1 second. All right. I'm back. Armed with a... what is this? Iced Vanilla Berry Red Bull. They're like all the rage at my work right now. I see a lot of people drinking them. I see a lot of people buying them. I tried the regular and I tried the sugar-free. Sugar-free, definitely you could tell it's sugar-free, but it's not bad. You know, it just got that bit of a different taste. Let's see. The Google again? Okay. Where am I going? Oh, there. Oh, I can't fly. They're level 10 though. Be fine, right? Or do I have to go up? Yeah, I think I have to go this way. And then... Yep. He's going, just keep going. I hear my cat opening my door. Alright. Cool, not bad. Wait. Hold on. Heather? Heather? Okay. Come on. Come on. Alright, thank you. Apparently, Panzer's new thing is he comes to check on the people in his house. So he'll check on me, he'll check on my cat. It's sweet, but sometimes it's like, dude, I'm recording. Okay. Oh, this place, that's right. Okay. There's a chocobo keep. Nope, just write me down. Okay. But please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I look death in the face. There's only a matter of time before he comes for me. Just like he came for that poor woman. Medrod is clearly traumatized. Perhaps if you were to soothe him, He might remain calm for long enough to hold a conversation. Okay. So, click on him. You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true. But that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate, thanks to you. Thanks to you, I think I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. Oh. I forgot it was a cutscene, and when you click on no, it just advances it. Shit. I'm sorry. To see the corpse of a woman, one glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. I just wanted to make my little avatar thing go away so that it's easier to see the cutscene. In that instant, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. What? You're investigating the same masked man? If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Aye, anything to ensure that we won't have to suffer Medrod's hysteria ever again. Alright, teamwork. That's what I wanted to... Wait. I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping the adventurer. It's the least I can do to repay her for comforting me. Okay. Okay. This is so ridiculous. Aideen has a proposal to make concerning your investigation. So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin known as Ziz could inflict such wounds. That's why some folks are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer is that simple. But for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures and see if we can find any proof connecting them to the deaths? Okay. Alright, where do I go? This way, it looks like. Nope, the other way. Oh, I see the orange arrow. Okay. Get to punch some things. Yeah, I guess I could go both ways. Fine. Alright, this way. Oh, there's... It's fine, it's whatever, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Punch you in the butt. What is the... Okay, okay, so I have to find a way down here. Oh, I see some up here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that spider looks like a big no. I'm gonna keep away from it. Or scorpion thing. Oh shit. I didn't mean to activate that too, but... Wait, I could run right past you. Okay. You're already seen to the Ziz? Good work, adventurer. So were you able to find aught to suggest that the creatures are our culprits? Nothing. Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects, which leaves us with a masked man and his winged eyeball. Rock of Rancor, or Rancor. Ideen has further knowledge of the mysterious deaths. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I better watch myself, eh? unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor been going around. There's some as whisper that after each victim died, the Rancor went into... Whoa. It got night so fast, it all of a sudden went... Brr. Her Rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. Okay. I know how to use items. Seeing eye to winged eye. Aviralt has information to share regarding your investigation. There is something you should know. I have been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it's a coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. Oh, those hiccups. Okay. Oop, I can go this way too. You, I have to punch. Okay. Sorry, I saw a text and I wanted to see if it's important or not. It's something I already knew, so. All good. Come here. Punch. No, shit. That got me in trouble last time. Why am I doing it again? Yeah, don't bring your friends, just you. Oh my god. That almost was so bad. But oh my god. That grub needs to leave. I'm gonna do these. while I wait for it to the timer to run out. Because one of the areas I need to get to is right there. Few more minutes. No, I can't take that on. Who do I think I am? Okay, or some of the other... Oh. I thought it was in the way. Nope. Told you I had trouble saying. Alright, cool. Just slip right by you, it's okay. Most folks are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. It has a name. But what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Here's that. Huh? Why, these are just your garden variety crystals. 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely a lightning aspect. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with a masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. A monstrous Banemite appeared and you slew it? That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Falgord. Intentional or no, you have done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw? Or merely a trick of light combined with blind panic? Power of deduction. Medrod is troubled by the death of new developments in the murder investigation. Okay. Oh, good, it worked. There's been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep knowing that the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I've been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt. It was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a character for a Banemite. A creature for a Banemite. But you and I were moms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend there had a run-in with the Banemite at the very spot you claim to have seen that fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. Oh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as Mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be. Gods, of course. There must be more than one of those buggers. It's so obvious. But then that means, since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the expert. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. Oh my god. While I burn to know the truth, some things are best left unknown. Lest you have forgotten, it was the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The servants there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. Thanks. Thanks, you guys. Okay. Alright. Let's move on, excuse me. Seriously. Okay. Hello? Oh, I have to sneeze. Right. Level 50 is right there, and I hate that. Woo! Still able to do it. Alright, cool, cool. My shoulder pain is coming back, but I want to finish this part of the VOD. I want to finish this VOD. Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with? Yeah. Gods be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any. Sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It has been difficult to identify them, so as to notify their next of... This button, engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil? Or that of an organization, perhaps? Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. Okay. Oh, my mount speed increased. Woo! Great! Secret of the White Lily. Aethelmare Mayor wants you to hold on to the button. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Miorn. Mayhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. Okay. Let's go to Gridania. Good evening to you. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body. Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Atherite Plaza. He has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Tell me what you have. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there's a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Tien Gold over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a forename basis. Okay. I'll go over here and teleport to the Lancers Guild. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear, but whatever aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's Ward, northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late, there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursendel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Okay. Oh. No. I went the wrong way. The little glowing ghost faces, I like it. It's cute. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray, leave me to my thoughts. The sigil of the Darten Kuru's family? How? How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? from the body of a murdered woman. Her face, was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torments. Okay. Skeletons in her closet. Ursendale has a confession to make regarding the mysterious murders. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the Dartincurs. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amadine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaids to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was. But when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Haruk Manor, my home for a night on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amadine had become. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Haruk Manor, on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now. Go and do what must be done. Okay. Alrighty. Where is Rogue Manor? Oh, Red Band Branch. Okay. Okay. That's right, I have the black barding. Oops. You know, it'd help if I went the correct way. They're floating on to get. Alright. Ooh, now accessible. Okay. Party NPCs. Yes. Let's go. All right. I didn't turn off my little thing. I apologize for that. You could still see me. All right. Now let's play. Can I remember how to do Haruk Manor? I haven't done it in a while. Let's get you first. Key. Alright, get the key. Okay. I don't think there's anything else to get in that room, so... Why'd you pull her? I'm going this room first. Check to see if there's anything here. Nope. Okay. Okay. Yes. There's another locked door. Or tiny key. Okay. Ooh, treasure copper. That's it, I guess. Excuse me. Seriously? Don't pull her. this way. All right. Wait. Okay. All right, that's all blocked. Now we'll get going here. Nope. No, it's a wall. There's a red door here. There's something in here. Key. Okay. There's another locked door. Let's go with these guys. Whoop. Okay. All right. We have the keys. Go down here. Let's get rid of you first. Your turn. Nope. I thought something was in there. Okay. He squared up. You saw that. There's a yellow key I need to find. Okay. Oh. Oh. I think that is the door I have to open. Okay. Nice. I was trying to find an angle that was not as, like, flashing. Now we go up the stairs. Yes. Alright, let's go down here first. Okay. Oh, there's a hole in the ground, so not going that way. Oh, I don't have it here. Hold on. There we go. Ah, shit. Gotcha. Woo, got it. All right, cool, cool. Nice. New shoes. Okay. I'm wearing shorts now. Excuse me. Learn an orchestra roll. Shit. Darkness has taken root within these halls. Sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Idolin chose well. pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. No. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength from Master La Habrea. The task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light. Okay. All right, let's head back to Gridania. Bing. Alright, and you are this way. You return. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amadine? You must tell me all. So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe that they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence, I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, though misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both. I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Poor guy. Alright. Let's... Yeah, I think this is a good place that I can stop for now. Sorry. Pain has gained a bit too much, so yeah, good place to stop. So that's going to be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Let's see. All right.